This is The Business Today. I'm Marlon Madden. Bear with us a little longer. That's a plea from a top executive at Flow as the company grapples with growing complaints about its operations. Head of marketing at the telecommunications company, Shellyan Hee Chung, assures the cries of customers have not fallen on deaf ears. Earlier this month, Flow said recent seismic activity at the underwater Kikamjeni volcano had resulted in a number of technical issues.
Yes, we may have encountered and will continue to encounter some challenges as we continue to integrate the platforms and the technologies. What I can tell you is that our teams at all levels are working extremely hard to minimize any inconvenience to customers, but that's on the downside in terms of pulling together a network that at the end of it is going to be world-class, first world phenomenal. So I can guarantee our customers looking forward what you can expect in terms of a service. It's not just you can expect a first-class service from Flow, not just from a customer experience, but from a technology experience as well.
The proposed Caribbean Center for Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency is to be located in Barbados. Word of this from Devon Gardner, Program Manager of Energy in the CARICOM Secretariat. Gardner was addressing the opening of a 4-day workshop at the Accra Beach Hotel, where officials are seeking to identify ways of attracting financing options for the development of sustainable energy projects in the region. He described the island as one of the leaders in the region when it comes to the expansion of the renewable energy sector.
Barbados has emerged as perhaps the center of sustainable energy development in the region. And to a large extent, no pun intended, that is why the center for the Caribbean Center for Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency will be placed here in Barbados. Barbados was unanimously endorsed by the Conference of Heads in July as the host location for the center. And we are intending to launch the center early November. Already the tentative date of the 6th has been placed.
Minister of International Business Donville Innes is strongly opposed to countries being blacklisted as non-cooperative tax jurisdictions, and he wants to see an end to the practice, or he called on those who formulate such lists to be more transparent. Innes said there's been enough genuine disapproval of the list by some European Union countries, and this merits a quick review by the EU. He was speaking to reporters following the signing of a double taxation agreement with Italy at his Baobab Tower Warrens St. Michael office on Monday. At the end of June, some EU countries named Barbados among 30 countries not doing enough to prevent tax avoidance. Since then, Barbados had protested the move, resulting in Spain announcing earlier this month that it would be removing the island from its list. Now there's hope that Italy will follow suit.
Thus far, Spain, to some extent, or Italy, have indicated that Barbados should not be on their list, and certainly in discussions with the EU Commission on Tax, they certainly have accepted that there was an error in the list. What we are striving here to do is not just to have names removed from a list, but to ensure that going forward, this does not happen again. That there's no creation of such a list, one, or that if there has to be, that it be a very transparent one that is based on very strong tax policy. We've also argued that there is an arrangement through the OECD and the Global Forum through which EU member countries do have a voice, and that should be the arena within which these matters are discussed, and any list that is deemed to be negative can be generated.
With the deadline for Barbados to transmit information to the Internal Revenue Service under the Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act, or FATCA, fast approaching, the island is taking action to ensure it has the necessary legislation in place. Minister of International Business Donville Innes tells Business Today that on Friday this week, amendments to the Income Tax Act will be debated in Parliament. He explains that the proposed amendments are necessary if Barbados is to meet the requirements of the FATCA intergovernment agreement between Barbados and the U.S. The Barbados Revenue Authority has until September 30 to transmit data on U.S. account holders of a certain threshold to the Internal Revenue Service.
Basically, given our commitment to enforce FATCA with the US of A, as well as the multilateral convention on automatic exchange of tax information, It was necessary for us to bring clarity as to the role of the competent authority on international tax matters in Barbados, which is the Barbados Revenue Authority, and to ensure that matters of confidentiality that is spoken to in other pieces of legislation do not override the authority of the Revenue Commissioner to collect and to share that information across borders with fellow competent authorities from other countries.
Now for today's financial tip. Let the sun and warm summer breeze dry your laundry. Have you ever wondered why your electricity bill is so high sometimes? Perhaps you need to let your laundry dry in the sun instead of using the dryer. This could help you to save. That's been the business today. Join us again on Thursday. Until then, you can get more business and news by logging on to www.barbadostoday.tv, subscribing to our e-paper and liking us on Facebook. I'm Marlon Mann.